Hey everybody, Drew here over at Rev Hiker Outdoors, and before I do my video today, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. I can't believe how fast the channel is growing, and no, it's not a huge channel, but I'm really happy with it, and I just wanted to give a shout out to all you guys who subscribe, and I appreciate you, and you guys are the reason I keep doing these things. So anyway, let's jump right into it. Today, I want to bring you a video. I know I've shown you other ultralight loadouts that I've done, but this summer I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to try to do at least exclusively hammock camping. And when you add a hammock, you do add some weight to your traditional ground setup. So I did want to go through that. You guys can see I'm using a pack that I've talked about before called the Marmot compressor. And so what I'm going to do is just go through the contents and then give you approximate weights, because things are going to vary. So I'm not going to go through and give exact weights, but I'll give you the overall weight for what I'm carrying, and I'll show you how I carry it, because I might do things a little bit differently because of this pack here. So anyway, let's get the first thing out of the way, and that's this little bag over here. This is water. Okay, I don't carry water inside this pack. It doesn't have any pouches on the side. I didn't feel like sewing any on there, so I took an old, just a little stuff sack this is actually, you can see some stains on there from bleach, but this is from an old hammock I had that got torn, and so I just saved the bag, and I usually stuff stuff in it, but today it's going to be used for my water bottle, and I just drop that in there and just loop this around my belt and stuff it, through itself basically. So you end up having it kind of like this, wrapped around your belt, and that just dangles off of my belt behind me. Some people that might really bother having it kind of bouncing around, but I find that it really doesn't bother me at all. Once you get hiking and everything, you get used to it after a few minutes, and it's all good. So that's how I carry my water. I only carry a ½ liter at a time. And a new thing I'm going to start using this summer as well. I did a couple videos and I talked about the life straw and how much I liked it, and everyone started yelling at me and said, "Oh, get the Sawyer, get the Sawyer." So I finally broke down and I got it, and I will be using the Sawyer Mini with the squeeze bag. So I'm not bringing the flusher or the straw or anything like that. I'm just carrying the water bag and the actual filter itself. That's going to sit right in the top pocket on this compressor, and just because I want to have it kind of handy. That might even be something that I change and leave in my cargo pockets. So I don't know. We'll see. Depends on how often I'm gonna be wanting to pull it out. So after that, let's jump into the main compartment. Now, just so you know, this is set up for kind of a long distance, 4 to 5 day setup with food, because I'm planning on doing some larger sections of the Northville Placid Trail in the Adirondacks. So as I put this kit together, that was my mentality. Mostly overland, kind of a thru-hike type thing. Only I'm not doing the whole thing at once. I just can't get off work. But with that, I've got about 7 pounds of food right here. Way more than enough for the amount of days I'm going, but I wanted to overpack it to see how this thing would handle the extra weight should I needed to do that. And I'm not going to go through all the food that I've packed, but I like oatmeals and that type of stuff in the morning. I've got like the energy bars and Cliff bars, that type of stuff. I've also got some ramen noodles in there for some warm dinners, beef jerky, stuff like that. So I'm not going to go through all of it, but that type of stuff. Pack plenty of foods that are high in fat, peanut butter, that sort of thing, because that helps you sleep warm and it replaces all the stuff you need. So anyway, lots of food in here. So now on to, this is my normal stuff. This is just map, some emergency stuff, first aid kit, toilet paper, that kind of thing. Let's see, headlamp. This is a Princeton Tech Fuel. I've showed this in other videos. I'm not going to go over it. I love these things. They come, this one weighs 78 grams, I believe, with batteries. 5-year warranty, made in the U.S. Good light. Can't kill it. This is a grabber head net. I don't carry a bug net with my hammock for the sake of weight, so I just do one of these and look real creepy, so whatever. They work better if you wear a hat underneath them, so I bring that. Now to the hammock. Since I'm hammock camping, you do add weight. So this is something that I never had to carry before, and I could carry a smaller tarp, so hammock camping has upped my weight from before, but the trade-off for me is the comfort for my back and some of my injuries that I've got, so definitely worth it. This is an Eno, Eagle's Nest Outfitters single nest. Love it. Great hammock. I've done some other videos on that. Put a couple nights into it so far, and I really like it. This is just a little beanie that I use when I'm sleeping. This is a Mountain Hardwear. I have no idea what model it is. It's just a little beanie. Stretchy, super lightweight, packs down to nothing. Bug spray. I only use 100% DEET because I don't fool around with the other stuff. Up in the Adirondacks, the bugs can be vicious at times, and the mosquitoes will carry you away if you let them. So get the good stuff and get a small one because it goes a long way. Then my Adventure Medical Kit, Survive Outdoors Longer Escape Bivy. Done videos on this, so go check them out. I'll put a link somewhere up here or down in the description. Next thing is my cook kit. You're like, wow, it's a big cook kit. No, it's not just my cook kit. What I do in this instance, because this bag is super thin material, and I like to save my stuff, so the handle of my cook kit has a tendency, if it's in here, it's going to be poking out, or, you know, I don't want it wrecking anything else in the pack or the pack itself. So I wrap it in my puffer jacket. And this is just, I think this is a $6.50 fill. I bought it on the cheap. You know, I see plenty of puffer jackets for lots of money. I want to say I picked this up for 20 bucks on sale. It was on clearance or something at JCPenney. I think they were normally like 40 or 50 bucks. So does a great job. Perfect for hammock camping. You know, or even if I don't need it with the bag, there's a lot of times where the mornings are very chilly in the Adirondacks. Even if it's going to be 75, it can still be 45 at night or 40. So I bring this to throw on and put on while I'm getting breakfast ready and breaking camp in the morning. So anyway, puffer jacket, and I wrap my cook kit in it to keep everything protected. I've gone over this cook kit before, but I'll just show you quick again. Now, since this is a longer stay, I have additional fuel bottles, and this is just a 5-hour energy bottle that I use for fuel. I use the stuff called Heat, H-E-E-T. It's in a yellow bottle. Get it at an automotive store. Perfect. It's fuel line dryer, and it's amazing. Best fuel I've used. So anyway, I've just got my little homemade alcohol stove out of a can in there, a lighter, and some matches just as a backup. This bottle of fuel, and on longer ones, like I said, I throw another bottle in with my food, and no, I'm not worried about it leaking. So that's the cook kit. And let's see, next thing is my tarp, which I did a video on this. I got this thing wrapped up pretty ugly, but whatever, it gets a job done. I'll put a little link up here. I made this for $8. It is a little hefty. I think it's about it's a little under a pound. I would say about 12 ounces or so, maybe 14. It is less than a pound though. That's with all the guy lines and all that stuff. But anyway, it's about 11 by 8.5, somewhere in that neighborhood. So does an awesome job of coverage. And yes, I could go smaller on the tarp. No, I don't want to. I'll take the extra weight because I've been in the Adirondacks so many times where weather just comes out of nowhere, and I hate getting wet, so I'd rather go for the extra coverage. I've got smaller, lighter tarps. They just don't have the coverage that I personally want. So this is one of the few areas where I take the extra weight for the comfort. So anyway, that's my tarp. Like I said, check out the link for a review and how to make this and where to get the supplies. Then I carry some extra cordage just in case. This here, you can see the little yellow, or the orange lines attached to this. This is my ridge line, and these are the prusik loops that I leave attached there. So this is the ridge line for that. For the tarp. This is just a little extra in case I need it. Generally what I'll do is hang my bear bag with this. And last, we have a Therm-a-Rest. Yes, there are lighter options. I could have gone with this. Definitely lighter, just a few ounces. I could have just tied it to the bottom of the pack. Totally could have done that. Could have tied it to the outside. It wouldn't matter. It's so light it's not going to throw off my balance. I chose not to because I don't like this grippiness inside the hammock. This is a Therm-a-Rest Trail Short. It's a pretty old one, but you can get it. It's called the Scout now, I think. But anyway, it's like a 3/4 length. I put it underneath, and because of the material, it slides around in the hammock. And I like to sleep diagonally, and I like to move. That thing, all my clothing and everything kind of grips to it, and it just makes it much more difficult to move in the hammock. So yes, this does probably weigh 3 times as much or more. It's a lot more convenient, and it's still pretty stinking light. So anyway, when it unfolds, you can see it's, like I said, it's only 3/4 length. It's only going to cover you really from your shoulders down to about your knees, maybe. But for me, it works really well. And to fit it into the compressor, I fold it in half lengthwise, then fold it in thirds, and it becomes the perfect support for the bag. So it basically gives it a frame, if you will, and then all the other stuff just packs in front of it. So anyway, that's kind of my loadout for hammock camping. It does weigh a little bit more than if I was just going to sleep on the ground. I could drop a lot of weight on my pad. I could drop weight by getting rid of the hammock. I could carry a smaller tarp. The only thing I'd really need to add would be a ground sheet, and that's just going to be one of these Adventure Medical Kits. A little reflective blanket. That's what I use for my ground sheet when I'm on the ground. So this weighs nothing. So I would drop a considerable amount of weight sleeping on the ground, but I'm going to give this a go and really see how much better my subsequent days are in the back country with the added comfort for my back with the hammock. Plus, hammock can make a great camp chair if you're sitting around, and if you're hiking with people or if you go solo. You can still kind of lounge around a little bit. But one more thing I wanted to add in, guys. I forgot to mention one of the things that I bring with me, and that is my phone. I bring my cell phone with me, and I'm not going to show that to you because it's actually what I'm using to record this video. So I bring my smartphone, and again, as with any piece of gear for the Ultralight Backpacker, it's multi-purpose. So I use it to take videos, use it to take pictures, and then, before I leave my car or whatever, I use it to call my wife, let her know everything's okay. I call her when I get back. And also, instead of carrying one, I have an app on my phone for my Bible for when I read at night. So anyway, just wanted to make mention of that. I do bring my phone into the backcountry. I don't listen to music on it. I don't bring headphones. I don't do anything like that. I strictly use it for camera and the Bible reading. So anyway, just wanted to get that in there and not forget that one piece of gear, because there are a lot of uses for a cell phone in the backcountry. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you can take something from this video. Get out there and get this gear. Now, the other thing is I put this thing together really cheap. 50 bucks for the bag. The Therm-a-Rest is a little pricey, but if you do choose to go with something like that, it's like 8 or 9 bucks. My cook kit cost me, I don't know, maybe altogether 4 or 5 bucks. Or no, excuse me, about 4 or 5 bucks for the cup, and then another, for the lighter and all the other stuff, another. So I don't know, 8 bucks max. Some cordage, which is all pretty cheap. The jacket was, like I said, 20 bucks. That's good and cheap. 8 bucks for my tarp. I think the biggest ticket item in this whole deal is the hammock, and this is about $50-ish. I think I paid like $55 with tax and all that stuff. So yeah, this is probably the most expensive item, followed closely by the bag and the sleeping bag. Each are about 50 bucks. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and once again, I appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are great, and sorry I didn't get a video out yesterday, which was Monday. I try to do them every Monday, but it was beautiful here, and I decided that instead of making a video, I was going to get on my motorcycle and just rip up the streets. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. So I just kind of plant this right where I want it. There you go.